Hi, welcome back. I am here today doing my bookshelf organizing, which I've been wanting to do for a very long time. It's raining outside. It just feels like the perfect day to do this. Anyways, I'm going to read out of the Encyclopedia of Spirits while I wait for my tea to brew and before I get into the madness that is that. Alright, we got Dedan, Lord of Nubia, also known as Dedwan. That's Dedwan. Origin Nubia. Dedan is the lord of the Nubian desert, spirit of incense, wealth, and trade. He epitomizes the great wealth and treasure of ancient Nubia. He protects and sponsors traders in incense and traditional Nubian arts. Wow, I had no idea there was a god of incense. That's kind of cool. Manifestations usually depicted in human form, but sometimes as a lion. Offerings show him you know what fine incense really is. Offer myrrh among Nubia's treasures. All right, cool. Did he poop? I don't know. No, I don't think he did. This tastes good. I think I might get rid of the box. Because, like, no one really sees the box. And it's not that special. I just got it because I got mad with it, but I can just put the I have literally no process right now with taking my books off.
The whole idea is to get them off to reorganize.
I know. I know, but I feel like I'm gonna struggle with like putting everything back. This can be a fucking shelf? What? I can't get rid of these. Do you even know these books, Ryan? You don't know these? Oh my god. They're like so cool. They've got like interactive stuff in them. Like you can open this letter and there's a letter inside of it. And like, look, it's like, it tells you all about dragons and shit. And like, you've got dragon skin. I mean, it's all plastic, but you know. You've got parts that open up like a world map. Mm-hmm. Where it tells you where all the dragons are. I can't get rid of this.
No.
Yeah, so are the books. Oh, jeez.
Oh, there's the poop.
Oh, he pooped. The lizard has pooped.
Touchdown.
Touchdown.
He was just asleep.
What are you doing, honey?
No. No.
So while I'm trying to figure out my bookshelf, this puppy is taking advantage of Ryan. Oh, jeez. It's finally fucking done. This took way too long. What time is it?
12:30.
Holy shit! There's no real rhyme or reason to most of my shelves, but let's do this. Alright, up here, we basically have all the books that I read when I was younger, that I enjoyed or lesser enjoyed. Basically all the books that I read before I decided to join BookTube and do videos. So, that's that. So we've got, you know, The Lightning Thief, Percy Jackson, A Discovery of Witches, which I did not know was a show, but it is, Hunger Games, and the Inheritance Cycle, which I actually hated when I finished it. Over here we've got sci-fi. I do not have a lot of sci-fi books. Please don't judge me if some of these are not technically sci-fi. I know this one is like, I saw that it said it was fantasy and sci-fi and like speculative fiction. Gideon is technically sci-fi fantasy. I don't fucking know. My point is I don't have enough sci-fi books, so I just kind of put them all here and was like, that's cool. That works. I read some of these. I have not read The Notes of a Burning Age. This is a self-pub. I have not read it either. I've not read this one. Did read this one. I'm not even sure if that one's sci-fi. I just put it here because I couldn't fucking remember what it actually is. Did read this one. Did read this one. Did not read this one. Did not read this one. So, I'm great at this. Over here we've got some thriller horror, or mystery stuff. I don't know. Ninth House, haven't read it. Razorblade Tears, fucking loved it. Madame, haven't read it. I think this one's like at a school. And like an all-girls boarding school or something. I don't know. The Alchemist, haven't read it. But I found it at my library. Dark Things I Adore. I got this one in an unplugged book box. The Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires. That one is horror, and I really liked it. Then I got, some decorations. I know it's super dark. I'm sorry. We tried getting lighting in here. But yeah, it's a candle, gunpowder gin, empty bottle, and this guy. I might take this out. But there we go. Alright, now we're getting into my fantasy books. Haven't read any of these, and they're all like those really tiny copies, the like pocket book size ones, that I got used at my bookstore. I do intend to read these at some point. This one is because Ryan read them when he was a kid and he wants me to read them. I haven't read any of these. The Capture the Crown, I haven't read it. These are pretty ones that I got from Illumicrate. Haven't read them though. Which I feel kind of stupid for buying them because I'm like, what if I don't like them? I got like fancy copies. What if I don't like them? So I hope I'll like them. Black Leopard, Red Wolf, The City of Brass. Have not read it. Heard really good things about it, but Yeah, I haven't read it yet. And then my tarot cards. Okay, I can step down this stool thing. Alright, here's all the horror, thriller, mystery stuff. I'll just kind of go through one by one. Have not read it, 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 read it, have not read it, have not read it, have not read it, read it, nope, for this one. No, yes, yes, no, no, no. This one's also like the little pocketbook ones, but, you know, I had to keep it where it has to go. Wow, it goes really far back there, huh? Let's try and there we go. More fantasy. I tried making this like a young adult shelf, although technically this is middle grade. Middle grade is what it's called, because children's is technically like they put an age gap. Yeah, kind of. Or like chapter books. Technically like these are chapter books, but they are middle grade, and I fucking love these, but whatever. Have not read it, have not read it, have not read it, have not read it, have not read it. This is also a pretty Illumicrate edition. But this was in the subscription box, so, you know. I hope I like it. Most people have. Have not read it, have not read it. I did read this series, and it's backwards, and that's bothering me. If you have not heard of The Declaration by Gemma Malley, I recommend it. I really enjoyed these. I think these are also technically middle grade. I don't actually know, but I put them here. Then we have, of course, Gregor, the Overlander, the Underland Chronicles. Oh my god, I love these. I love these books so much. I think they're out of order. Oh my god, they are. I'm gonna fix that later. They're out of order. And then I put here A Lesson in Vengeance, which I DNF'd. I couldn't fucking stand it, but you know, it counts. It's a young adult. All right, over here is more of my fantasy. I kind of want this shelf to become a V.E. Schwab shelf because I love her writing. Even though, like, I'll say the Shades of Magic books, I'm reading the third one, that's why it's not here. I'm not, like, in love with it as much as I was with other series that I've read. Sorry, hold on. But I love her writing. I love her characters. I love the themes she puts in. So yes, that will be the V.E. Schwab thing. I have not read The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. I've heard that a lot of V.E. Schwab fans actually... Wow. V.E. Schwab fans don't love it, but whatever. I know this is technically a young adult, but it's too tall. It won't fit on this shelf, so it's here. Have not read this one. Got this one at my library for like $1. Have not read this one. Have heard very good things though. Have read this one. Actually really enjoyed it. Jasmine Throne. Read that one. Didn't enjoy it as much as I thought I would. Have not read this one. Have not read this one yet. Plan on doing that though. Have not read this one. Did read this one. This one was funny. I enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. And now on to here. More fantasy. DNF'd this one. Couldn't get past the perspective and writing style, I guess. Read this one, loved it. Read this one, enjoyed it. Have not read it. Have not read it. Have not read this yet. Have not read it. Read this one, was disappointed. But, you know, finished it. Have not read it. Have not read it. Have heard some people actually hate this series by Stephen King, but I still want to try it. Have not read it. Have not read it. Have not read it. Have not read it. Read it. Loved it. You can't see that. I know, it's so dark. I'm sorry. Candle. These are like my literary fiction and books that I don't really know where to put because I know that technically there's like some... I looked it up and some of it said fantasy, but then I like read the synopsis and I'm like, it seems more like realistic fiction or like literary more than anything else. So I have these here. I haven't read like any of these. I did read this one and I actually didn't like it. And this one, I don't even know how to classify this one because technically it's like Romeo and Juliet, but let's play a game and have a bunch of different endings. I didn't really enjoy it very much, but whatever. I'm very excited to read A Man Called Ove because I've heard it's very good. This one's supposed to be funny. I also am interested to see that one. My tarot cards. Another candle. Here's my romance section. Isn't it so vast and large? Technically, this book series, Nora Roberts, was recommended to me by a friend, and he said it's like fantasy romance, so I was like, maybe I'll enjoy it. I'm just very upset that the second book, when I ordered it, I thought they were all gonna be hardcover, and then this one got here in like the pocketbook form. I was like, wow, that's great. That's not bothering me at all. Princess Bride, never read it, watched the movie. DNF'd Honey Girl, didn't really like it. Rebecca, I've heard it's very, very good, by Daphne du Maurier. A Lady's Formula for Love. I actually kind of enjoyed this one. It surprised me. The X-Hex, I know it's a lot of people have been talking about it and like how much they love it. I have not gotten to it. And this, I'm not actually sure what the title is for this one. I'm pretty sure it's like book 7 in a series that I got at my library. I didn't realize, but I'm pretty sure it's like a werewolf romance thing. All right. Ow, my legs hurt. This is my historical fiction side, also retellings. I don't know. Have not read this one. I DNF'd this one. Did not read it. Hated this one, but I did finish it. Have not read this one. I think this is like book 4 in a series. Again, I pick up stuff at my library without really looking at what they are, just because they sound nice, and then I don't realize that it's a book in a series. Jep Who Defied the Stars. I think this one technically is a middle grade book, but it's a historical fantasy thing. It sounded really cool. Have not read this one either. Have not read this one. Have not read it. Have not read it. Plan to in December. I need to fucking read it. It's been 3 years. Read it. Didn't love it. Did not read it. And did not read it. Oh my god. My fucking legs. Alright, this last part is going to be kind of easy because I can tell you I've read none of these. But these are pretty books that we found in our attic when we moved into this house. They are falling apart though. I know it's really dark, but they're like chipping. I just think they're pretty, but I don't know. Does rot pass on to other books? Oh, I did read this book. Hated it. Like, absolutely hated it. I did read that one a while ago. But I have like some books and I'm like, I should probably read these because I've never read them. I also have the Scarlet Letter here. And then over here we just kind of have my nonfiction books, my books about lore and mythology and stuff like that. I hope to expand on this one a little bit more because I do like reading mythology and stuff. Also, I got my first, what is this called again? Llewellyn's Sabbat Essentials. I got the Samhain one. And I hope to get the rest of them, like one a year or whatever. So yeah. That's it. Oh yeah, my French books are over there. I have a grand total of 5 French books. Woo. And my art history books when I was in college that I never really read. I read this one for fun, the really big one. And then this one was supposed to like help me with writing research papers, but I never actually read it. So yeah, fun times. But yes, I'm tired. I need water. That's it. I finally organized my bookshelf, so if you enjoyed this, you know the usual stuff at the end of videos, and I will see you guys next time.